when you look at Ohio State, your rivalry with Ohio State, your rivalry with Michigan State, how are they different? How are they similar? What really distinguishes each rivalry? What makes it unique in each aspect?
Yeah, that's a difficult question because both are rivalry games, and I think we respect both, just as much as the other. And for me, I have a little bit different perspective because an in-state kid, I hear a lot more of the "Go Green" than "Go Ohio State" kind of stuff like that growing up. But it's hard to distinguish them. I mean, they're both. I think the Ohio State game goes back a little bit farther, obviously, and I think there's a lot more history and things like that. But both games are great rivalry games. They have a lot of history to them. A lot of great players have played in them, and I would say it's hard to distinguish as far as one set apart in a certain aspect.
Al said today that he anticipates a street fight Saturday. That's sort of how this game goes, at least as far as he's been here. Is that how you see it, and how do you prepare for that physical aspect?
Yeah, I think so. It's a game going into. You're going to have to strap up a little tighter. You're going to get their best. We're going to give them our best, and guys are going to be as physical as they can be. Not many people are going to have a regard of their body on a certain play, kind of flying in there, stuff like that. But that's one of those games that I've learned from being a part of the last 2 years. It's one of the most physical games on the schedule, and you really got to strap up tight for that.
Greg earlier was saying it's how important it is to cause turnovers, especially in a game like this.
Yep.
And you were part of the big turnover at UConn. How big is it for you to sort of, not just you, but your defense to sort of maybe get that turnover early in this game?
It's a momentum thing for sure. If we can get that turnover early, it gives the offense back on the field, gives them a little momentum, gives something us to build off of, knowing that we can get that turnover, we can keep it going in that sense, and it's a huge momentum thing, no matter where it's at in the game. But early on in the game would definitely.
I know you're not playing Michigan State's defense, but do you sort of want to measure yourself out there? And this is #1 defense in the country right now, statistically. Do you, in a sense, want to measure up your defense to theirs?
I personally don't look at it as a measuring thing. Like you said, they are the #1 defense in most statistical categories across, and they've proven in that sense. But we know what we got in our room, we know what we got in this building, and we're going out there trying to prove us as a Michigan defense, not necessarily comparing to a Michigan State defense.
How much have you guys discussed how important this game is for the division title? I mean, a lot of people say this division is going through East Lansing on Saturday.
I think the way we look at it is, if you look at it from that perspective, then, kind of everything's riding on one game. We know that, the next 5 games on our schedule are going to be obviously a huge impact on where it goes as far as winning Big Ten championship. And, we're taking it 1 week at a time. And obviously this is a huge game for us, not only a rivalry game, but something that kind of will eventually go on to determine, how guys, measure out in certain aspects of the conference. But it's a huge game for us, and we're looking forward to it.